Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday. Yeah, you get the general gist. So today is my birthday. I'm getting older. I'm 22, I think it is. I've never been much good at mathematics, so we'll just run with 22. So the month of May, I've been picking up a few treats for myself and I wanted to share them with you. So let's begin. Let's begin with Beck. So Be Curated. Beck has done the beautiful Gosling quilt, which you've seen me stitch and thoroughly enjoy. Completely stitched by hand, no sewing machine. So it's brought quilting back into my world. And I'm just loving the process of hand sewing it. So I've been admiring Beck's additional quilts and I decided to splurge on the summertime quilt. This is just beautiful. And just to sort of, I guess, because I'm admiring Beck's colour palette here, and it's a colour palette that I do not own. I don't have crisp greens and I don't have the oranges. So I splurged on her last remaining fabric pack. I saw it pop up on Instagram and I'm like, you know what? I just do not have these tones, these ones here, in my stash. And the other thing I've noticed with my stash from the quilting days and my collection of, fabrics is I don't have the low volume fabrics. So low volume, I had to get this defined for me because I'd never heard of it until I heard Beck mentioning the term. It's a print that is low impact in colour. So when it comes to doing some of these quilt patterns that I've been hoarding for years, there's always this light and dark within a quilt, and I guess it gives your eye time to rest. And when I did the Gosling quilt, I just went for it. I had the burgundies and the blues and the turquoises. So there's no quiet time really anywhere there bar the lace elements of that quilt. I'll link the videos for the Gosling below and Beck's store. So if you are interested in looking at the Gosling or the summertime quilt, you'll know where I found them. So I thought to help understand this low volume, buying a pack that was pre-done for me is just tremendous to show me exactly what this is all about. So love the colours. They're colours I would never have bought individually, but put together in a pack is just, the way to go. So really happy with that. I don't know when I'll get it done, but it'll be hand sewn and it'll be, when I'm got time. No, it will be done this year. I'm determined to. I'm really impressed with Beck's patterns. She's very good at writing a pattern for a newbie. Look, it's just so pretty. Just so pretty. Look at that. Just gorgeous. I can't wait to see it in person. I did that with the Gosling. I happened to be down there for the Green Door Studios workshops, and I went up to Newcastle to have a look at Beck's store. Unfortunately, I didn't get to meet Beck. She was away in Japan and I unfortunately didn't catch up, but I did see the Gosling, got some photos. That is not going to go back in there because of the sticky side. So, yeah, I'll be down there with my own retreat, which the lovely Beck is hosting within her store. So I will be taking note of the summertime quilt. I may even, if I get time, get this cut and might have a chance of, starting it, and to then see it in real life will, really help cement my pattern. I'll have a full understanding of it. So that's that one. And then while I was on her website, I picked up a It's a Lot quilt. Now, actually, when I was in Newcastle myself, I had actually bought it. So I've got two. So I've actually got two of them. And this one here, it comes with a template to do something on the quilt. there's little appliqued leaves on some of the blocks. Yeah, there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to also having a closer look at that one now that I've got the pattern. Got no plans to do this one yet, but I'll be using my own stash of fabrics one day. And because I've got a spare one, I'll take that to my retreat, and that can be a lucky door prize for the girls. So that's the purchases from Beck's store. Now, in addition to fabric stores, Patchwork on Pallas. So if you're on the Fraser Coast and you're familiar with the city of Maryborough, Patchwork on Pallas has been sold and purchased by the lovely Teresa and her husband. And I've been meaning to swing by, and I thought, no, just wait, give them time. They took over in mid-December, if that's correct. I was just looking at her Facebook page. And she's done so much work. She's streamlined the whole store. She's putting in some new areas to shop, and yeah, it's looking great. So I slipped in there, and she had a sale on fabric. So with the low volume in mind, I went in there. I always shop with something in mind. I try not to scattergun purchase, like famous last words. I even think I already own this, like typical, you buy the same fabrics again. Pretty sure I got some of that from Howard or Dewdrop In. Got news on Dewdrop In too. So, yeah, with low volume prints in mind, I thought of starting a bit of a selection of them because, yeah, like I said, I've got lots of bold, strong French generals, William Norris, Tildas, and there's nothing in my stash that gives your eye a breath. So low volume is where I'm at the moment. These were all on sale. So if you are passing the Bruce Highway in Queensland and you're passing Maryborough, I highly recommend you slip in because there's some really good prices. This one here I picked up as well. It was the last on the bolt, $5 a metre. Normally $18 a metre, like bargain. So I took a lot. I'd class this as a low volume as well. Poppy Cotton 2020. So that one there has joined my low volume stash. And with the low volumes, I got a metre of everything, just to give me a bit of wriggle room in case it becomes patched together on the back of a quilt, through the quilt, I don't know. Now this one here, I bought 5 meters of it. You're probably wondering, why does she need that much? Well, it's a quilt image. Like, look at this. These are the measuring apparatus we use to make quilts. Looks quite dirty on the screen, but it's not. It's more of a caramel tone. So let me just see if I can find the name. I should probably do that for all these pieces in case you decide to contact Stonehenge. So there's the details of this one. Now, this is not at the store anymore because I bought the full 5 meters. I just think it's going to be great to back a quilt, and also I'll show you what I'm going to use it for. So a stitch in time, you may be able to find that online. Have you seen the AI thing that Google has now? If you take a photo of something, you can go to the AI part of your Google search. There'll be like a little thing you click on in the search button. You bring in the photo and it'll recognize it from Google and tell you where you can get it. It's fantastic, especially if you're valuing something. You've seen something you want to, purchase, and you want to make sure that it's a good price. Fabric, it's fantastic for. So that one there, we've shown you. We've had a quick look at this guy. There is none of this one left at Patchwork on Pallas, but if you're interested in tracking it down, that's that one. It's really pretty. I need some more storage for fabrics. Goodness me, this quilting business, I can't believe we're back into quilting, but it's great with slow stitch quilting. Right, that's just a whole new rabbit hole. So this one here, Morning Frost, Devonstone collection. Building block basics. Yeah, see, this is this low volume terminology. It's probably been around for ages, but you remember I was quilting with the sewing machine back in the 90s when everything was farm themed. So yeah, don't hold it against me. And it was very much not these. Okay, so this one's a tilde pinstripe. Definitely some of that left. Pinstripe grey. So if you call the store, I'll put a link to their website. You call the store and mention that you'd seen the video and it was the tilde pinstripe. Very pretty. It's a soft grey. This little guy here, I tried to look for patterns that weren't a certain direction too. Oh, look at this, is double-sided. I didn't even notice that. Oh, it's a panel. Well, there you go. Bang for your buck. Didn't even notice that. So, Australian animals. Are you serious? Doesn't look like an animal to me. Joey Bean. Joey Jelly Bean. Okay. That's great. Awesome. So, that's that one. This guy here I thought was really pretty. I nearly tried to work this into my piece, but which I'll show you in a minute. The Roxy Journal of Stitchery piece, but it just doesn't suit. But beautiful Japanese garden blossom. Just gorgeous. And it's a nice heavy fabric too. You can see plenty of uses for that. Don't quote me on price on these too. I didn't take much notice. Her lovely husband appeared from the back and he took these bolts and cut them for me. Tilde. So that's why I've seen this before. It's probably in other colours, but don't quote me. Tilde. Libby. Dark slate. So that's a beauty as well. So there you go. Low volume. Just getting a few to sort of give me some options for future projects that are burning a hole in the back of my head. Oh my goodness. Now I can't fold that properly. So that's the fabric haul. Oh my goodness. Why can't I fold that neatly? Just take a moment and do it slowly. Just bear with me, guys. All right. Now, the other thing I'll mention too, but I don't have anything to show you, is the girls from the Quilters Angel, the mum and daughter team from Toowoomba that I also support quite heavily in fabrics, are doing a subscription to the Tim Holtz range of fabrics. Remember, Wynette, I think, was the first one that showed us each month there's a colourway of the new Tim Holtz fabrics. Well, they're finally in Australia. We're like 9 months behind the 8 ball. Well, the girls over at Toowoomba are putting together a subscription. I think there's 2 versions of it. They've kindly reached out to me and asked if they could send me the subscription. Like, lucky girl, took about birthday month. When it arrives, I'll do a video and show you what's come. But if you wanted to get over there and pop your name down, you'll see all the fabrics. You can read about the subscription and get your name on the list so that you too can be part of that. And as soon as I get my hands on the fabrics, I'll do a quick video to show you. All right, so that's the fabrics. Let's put that to, actually, I just want to show you. So you've watched my first video, no doubt, of the Roxy Journal of Stitchery project. So this will make sense. This fabric is going to be part of, let me zoom up a little bit, of that project. So in the video, I go through the fact that my project's going to be double-sided, my quilt. I do toss around doing a window covering and also a table run. At the moment, I've shelved those ideas. Maybe they'll come in with a different treatment of fabric, and not sure if it'll be linked to the Roxy Project. Might be just something random I do. But the Roxy Project is one side of the quilt will be vintage textiles, And this container is, you know, all the doilies I showed in that video. The book in here that I'm going to use for inspiration to do embroideries, because I've decided I will not find the colour palette of vintage embroideries for my panels. So it's going to mean some work, but just going to have to stitch it myself, which I'm fine with. And also the Liberty fabrics that I've selected to be part of the project. Some will appear on the top of the quilt, which is the Roxy Volume 8 gathered things. On the flip side of the quilt is this. So this book I showed in the video is Alice Caroline's 100 quilt block to improve your sewing skills. So I've been feverishly reading this. Heaps and heaps of blocks. I find so far really simple to understand and navigate. But what I did realise that if I'm going to do this Liberty back to my quilt, so the Roxy girls are on the top, just like my Just Because quilt. I did fabrics on the top and then a different style of fabric collecting on the bottom side of the quilt. I needed something to be my breath of fresh air, and in this it is the white. You can see it in the picture. So low volume, once again, white. So I had nothing in the stash. This one here could appear, but I think it's a little bit fresh. This is going to be a very antique-y, grungy. So I was walking around the shop with this in my hand and realised it's just not quite right. These have got a pop of white in them, but it's not too much, I don't think. So this fabric is going to be where the white appears in all of that. Now, when you start laying on there vintage textiles as well as crocheted elements and things like that, I think this background is just a cracker. Really, really happy. I feel like we're blending both sides of the quilt beautifully. So that's a bit of an update on my volume 8. I'm sure I'll talk more about it as the weeks roll through. I'm going to get started on doing my blocks. They're technically not part of the Roxy Volume 8 project, where the girls have prompts for us to sort of meander through. It's the other side of the quilt. So it's a great way to teach myself some new block and techniques. I guess the Gosling quilt from Beck has just immersed me in it and given me a lot of confidence. So I was pretty quick to order this book. I think I did this, gosh, beginning of the year, maybe even the end of last year. And it's just been sitting there, you know, looking at me. I've got some linen too that I must have picked up down at Gail's Patchwork Emporium when I was down at Ballarat with Susanna. So I feel like that could be blended in, plus some vintage textiles. So stay tuned on all of that. But I feel like I've got a plan now for that project. All right, let's put that away. You can see why I bought a chunk of it, because I think it's just a good general fabric, that pattern. Now, books. Back to the birthday girl. Got some books to show you. Can Do Books. Love Can Do Books. An Australian company. Ship all over the world. Have a fantastic range of books out there. So this was featured by Catherine K3N Cloth Tales a couple of weeks ago, and I've admired this book for some time. I've seen it around in shops, but just, I don't know, you see so much in these shops and you forget to pick things up. And this was one that I did have in my hand, but didn't grab it. And then when Catherine started showcasing some things from it, I was like, you know what, that one is so on my little list. So I splurged and bought it, and it's just, it's beautiful. It's different, but it's a really good way of loosening up your style if you find that you're a little bit too doily-ish in your embroidery and you want to get a little bit more folk art-ish. I don't know if that's even the right word. Like, look at that. Seriously, what you can do with running stitch, just running stitch. Fantastic project that if you are traveling and you don't want to take heaps of stuff with you, just throw this book in your bag and a piece of cloth and a couple threads and away you go. This is just a whole nother world. I've had a bit of a thumb through it. I'm a shocker with books. I get about a third of the way in and then it's just brain overload. It's too much and I have to just put it down and go do some stitching myself because it's just sensory. It's like being in a lolly shop and there's too many lollies to pick from. You end up just going the same old lollies. Like, oh, I just love that. Love it. All right, I've just had a low power come up on my iPad, so we'll do a couple more books and then we might pause the video. I'll plug it into power and come back for the last couple things. Mending Matters. This one here, it's not bad. I don't know. There's probably not as much in there as I thought. Just give you a quick little flip through. It's probably, like I don't want to talk down any books, but it's probably not what I thought it was, but it's beautiful. For inspirational photos of what white thread can do with denim, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I am a very visual person. I'll be stunned if I ever read this. I'm definitely a visual flip through and feel inspired and away I go. I should read more, but I just don't have time. I'd rather be stitching. It is a very visually pleasing book. There's probably a lot of information in there, but it's probably a bit lost on me. And for something a little bit different, Crocheted Flowers. I'm always looking for elements to add to things, and I spotted this on their book list, and I thought, you know what? Why not? You can search and search the internet for so many patterns, but you can spend hours doing it. And I thought, you know what? There might be some really cool little elements here that I could stitch quickly just by flipping through a book. So I'm going to add this to my crocheting collection of books. Crocus. There's all sorts in here. Gorgeous. So yeah, if you are a crocheter and you're doing maybe some projects along with Kate, Kate's just colour and texture, you know, some of these books might be, you know, worth adding to your arsenal because, gosh, it's hard to find bits and bobs. So to be able to make a few things is, you know, probably not such a bad idea. Aren't they gorgeous? Good way to add some more elements to your stash, some crochet bits and pieces. And then this one here, this one might end up being a gift for my friend. It's just some different crocheted bag patterns. Like I said, searching the internet for patterns can just be so time consuming. So to have something that's got a little mix, is that gorgeous? This over the shoulder slung. Imagine that embellished. There you go, Kate. Yeah, there's just some different, I love that. I might ask her to make me that and then imagine that all embellished. Just caught my eye and I thought, you know what, one day I might wish to crochet something, or I might gift this to my friend who is a king crocheter and say, can you make me the backpack? Because I think I could use that and I love that as well. So there you go. I might pause the video now and yeah, plug it into power and I'll be back with 2 more things. All right, guys, back in a moment. Okay, I'm back. So the last 2 things to show you are 2 gifts. So I have a gift from the gorgeous Susanna, and I also received some happy mail from the gorgeous Annette. Now, I'll go through Annette's first. Annette sent me a parcel with all sorts of goodies in it, but the main thing was the flower bags. She had reached out to me when I just started the Just Because quilt, and said that she had some flower bags connected to her family, and she has been doing some more destashing and found a couple more and sent them to me along with some more gorgeous treasures. You are just too kind, Annette. Gorgeous card. Oh, look out in the mail, Annette. There'll be a little parcel come your way. So first thing to show you, some threads. Can never have enough sparkle. These are gorgeous. There's no brand name, so I can't give you too much detail about them. But yeah, they'll be good to play with. Just probably couching them on or using them as a tie. We'll put them to one side, ready for Christmas. All right, let's have a little look through what we've got here. Beautiful piece of lace. Just gorgeous. A trim. Some more lace. Oh, look at that. I love it when I see colour combinations. Different ways to put together colours. It can often spark a project. Maybe I sort as I go, then I can pop these away. Is that the right side? That's the right side. Isn't it unusual? Peach and red in those flowers. Interesting. Some old lace. Aren't you pretty? Gorgeous. A little blue one. Oh, you're an old girl. Well, I think. Very pretty. Gosh, I'm a bit of a lace sucker, I tell you. Isn't this pretty? Might be some pieces here that can join the Roxy Project. I must try some dyeing too. There's been lots of videos come up adding colour to laces. Oh, look at that. Isn't that nice? Once again, colours, colour combinations. Oh, aren't you different? Oh, look at that. Oh, okay. Is this something you've done, Annette? Have you been dyeing? Oh. Or is this printed on there? I think it's printed on there. But how clever is that? It seriously looks like it's a bunch of flowers. Like they've printed into the lace little leaves. Can you see the leaves there? Isn't that clever? What an interesting piece. Food for thought, isn't it? Just folding that up. Some more lace. What a lucky girl. I think I'll keep them all together. I'm going to end up spreading it from one end of the table to the next. I'll wait until I get to my containers and then sort it then. Otherwise I'm going to end up with a mess. Look at that soft colour. Perfect sizes too, because look, at the end of the day, we just need bits, don't we? Oh my goodness, girl. Isn't that unusual? Aren't you unusual? I haven't seen you before. Oh, very pretty. Two-tone pink lace. Very pretty. love these types of laces because they give you instant texture. Whenever I'm in thrift stores, I always walk down the ladies' shirts because often you find that lace in there in blouses. Oh my goodness. Were you a dressmaker, Annette? You have one hang of a collection. I need to start a pile of just this lace. There is a fancy name for this. For the life of me, it's just not on the tip of my tongue. Anglaise. I remember saying it as a kid and thought I was so fancy because I knew this big word and now it escapes me. Oh, no, stop thinking about it. Look how she's presented this. Just, oh, look at that. Aren't you pretty? So I got a gold. That's really nice. I'll definitely have to keep this handy when I do my volume 8 gathered things, because who knows what prompts those girls are going to give us. And these random items can be really handy. Oh, aren't you pretty? Isn't that unusual? It's got the fineness of a tulle with a little embroidery on it. There we go. Pop this one back. That is really unusual to have an image of floral on the lace. There you go, for you lace dyeing girls out there. You could literally paint yourself a floral treatment. I'm just looking up at my TV screen and you can see there's a definite pattern, the oranges and then the scattering of the pinks. And then just little pops of the purple down here. So it's very different. Is that from a blouse? Look, that's a cut shape. You must be a dressmaker, are you? Look, there's even little bees on that. Gosh, that's unusual. I've never seen that before. And look, it must be connected. Got a real nature's theme happening there. Now, here's some of the flower sacks. Now, remember the Just Because quilt? Now, I have a little pile of them now. So what I'm going to do is actually take some along to the up-and-coming retreat and gift a few. Because you just never know. You guys might be able to use them too. There's some beauties here. Oh, that's a nice one. Haven't seen that one before. Okay, another dingo. The dingoes are my favourite. Oh, they're just the best. It was such a hit at the Maryborough Fraser Coast show, the Just Because quilt, and it was the flower sacks that everyone was attracted to. They're just so good. And another one of the water wheel. I think her family was connected to this brand, if I've got that right. I hope I haven't figured that up. It's been a few months since I read the history of it, but I'm pretty sure it was that one. All right, and thank you, Annette. Last of all, my birthday gift from the gorgeous Susanna. Wreck the paper. Let's have a look at the card. Open the card. Open the card. Really quality ripping here. Oh, cute kittens. Oh, look at you. We thoroughly enjoy our cats. Susanna has a gorgeous cat. And whenever we sit and chat, Fudgy and Puska do join us at times. So our pussycats are very, very precious to us. All right. let's see. Now, I sort of know what this is because we double checked that, you know, I didn't already have the book. So we'll just get it out of the wrapper. All right. Ah, now, Alice Caroline, she is the author of the book I'm using in the volume 8 Roxy Journal of Stitchery with all of the samplers, the 100 samplers. So when she said she'd found this, I think she got it from Ballarat Patchwork Emporium, Gail's Patchwork Emporium. Oh, there's all sorts of projects here. Look at the little bags, they're cute. So we'll do a quick flip through. Might be something here that catches your eye. Look at the colours. Oh my goodness. Just beautiful. All these Liberties. There's so many different colour palettes within the Liberty range. There's just something for everyone. This is a good beginner's book. Like how to make a cushion without a zip, the envelope style. So if you're a beginner out there and you want to have a little play with some of these projects, this one might be a good one for you. There was a satchel, not a satchel, a bag that we were admiring that we thought was very clever, covering a lamp. This one here, or basket pattern. It's lovely. I like the little handles to the side where you can get your mitt in there. Might have to try making one of these. Yeah, see, it's pretty good because it even shows you how to do the box bottom on it. Yeah, this is a great little pattern. And if you've got any grandbabies, some little skirts. Oh, Liberty skirts. Look at that. Clever. Oh, when I was a little girl, no, I wasn't that little. I was, what, grade 8. Rah-rah skirts were all the fashion. And I remember going to Gympie to Paddy's Market Fabrics, I think it was called, and we bought 3 pieces of fabric, and it was like a t-shirt fabric, and we made a rah-rah skirt, and it had a yoke around my waist, and then the 3 frills from there, and it was black and whites. So there was a spot, a check along those lines. I can't quite remember the exact patterns, but I just thought I was the aunt's pants in that rah-rah skirt. That's what we were calling them. Some clever little ideas here. That's a cute little bag. Well, that's cute. That's plaited. Gorgeous fabric. Lovely. Some great gift ideas. Zipper pouch, pencil cases. Great way to showcase your Liberties. Like this is pretty good instructions. How to make a belt out of your Liberty fabrics. A little dolly. I bet that's what. Oh, she's reversible, is she? Oh my goodness. Isn't that odd? Huh. Flip her skirt. You've got a second dolly's head. Is that right? Yeah, it is. Look, 2 dollies for the price of 1. Yeah, not sure what I think of that. Scrunchies. Oh, there's so many great projects in here for young people. Very good. They just do a beautiful. There's the Alice. She's a UK lady. And she has got the best range of Liberty fabrics. We got some more books of hers or just other patterns, downloadable patterns. Little baskets are very cute. There you go. Thank you, Susanna. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And the fudgies just appeared. Luckily, I didn't roll my chair because otherwise it would have been a poor fudgy. That's a bad spot to lay, my friend. Well, I'm off to finish celebrating my birthday. Fudge, we might go for a trip to the bakery, hey? Get ourselves a bit of a treat. Yes, definitely. All right, guys, look after yourselves and thanks for joining me. Have a great day. Bye.